water signs. This is Amber with Lives in Sync Tarot. This is your weekly reading for January 28th through February 3rd. And first I'm going to talk about astrology a little bit. So I didn't do the calendar for February, so I don't know what's happening at the beginning of February. I apologize for that. But I can tell you that on the 31st of January, you have Mercury going into Aquarius. And Mercury going into Aquarius talks about you expressing your individuality and your core self, who you are inside, deep down, okay? You will be expressing that. You will be reasoning more with that energy, communicating with that energy, okay? Being very true to yourself, which is good energy. Now, in the full moon, you have Leo. That talks about you drawing a lot of attention. Sorry, that's my microwave. That talks about you drawing a lot of attention. And with those two signs being together, that it says to me that you could be expressing a lot of pride during this week, okay? So be a little bit careful about that, because, you know, being very true to yourself can also be prideful, especially with you getting a lot of attention, okay? So we're going to start with Cancer. Spirit, what do you have for Cancer for January 28th through 3rd? Spirit, what do you have for Cancer for January 28th through 3rd? For you, I'm feeling that you're putting it together, Cancer. I'm hearing, what's it all mean? So let's see. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Cups. This talks about making a decision, being motivated. This is a good week for you to get motivated or be motivated. Lots of communication. You are communicating, definitely. So you are taking on that energy, okay? Lots of communication about things that are burdening you or things that you have a lot of responsibility in. I feel like you're expressing yourself. You may have a hard time expressing yourself in love or, expressing yourself in love or expressing your emotions. But you are expressing yourself when it comes to work, or when it comes to things that you feel very passionately about. But for some reason, when it comes to love, you're not on the same level with your spiritual or creative growth, okay? There may be an earth sign around you towards Virgo or Capricorn that is offering you something, something stable, something that you want, I'm actually hearing, okay? It's like you're putting it into old times, or you're putting it into something. You may also be putting it into this offer, and that may have something to do with you not being in a good love space right now, okay? But you do want to hold on to this person, and you do want to grow something, because you're coming out of a time where maybe you had to end things in your life or get rid of things. And there are some things that you do want to hold on to. You may be excessively holding on to something else. And that's why you're having trouble in the love area, okay? It could also be a job situation or a new opportunity for you that will help you in the long run, okay? Okay. I feel like this other person thinks that you're rejecting them. Yeah. This other person thinks that you're rejecting them, okay? This is a time for you to communicate with them, though, that you're not rejecting them, that you're just in a different kind of headspace right now. And this will help the situation by opening up the communication, because it feels like you cut them off and they take it hard because you're focusing on getting yourself together or picking yourself back up in other areas of your life. So this is a good time for you to tell them that. Yeah, you definitely have a lot of power this week, Cancer, which is good. I love to see that. So everything is coming together, okay? But like I said, when the message came to me before I put out the cards, you're trying to figure out how it all comes together as a whole. It's like you have this part you're working on, but this part is like lacking. So you're trying to figure out how to put it together as a whole. But you definitely have power. You definitely have power, motivation. You have all the tools you need. You're doing everything that you can. You have offers coming into you. But you're also putting some other or ending some other things that need to be ended. It's like you're at the end of something and you're like completing them by either getting rid of things or just completing them, honestly. And because you're holding on too tightly to dealing with this 10 energy, okay, things that you're ending, things that you are fixing, things that you are trying to bring to completion into your life, that other side of your life, which is, I'm feeling like it's more love or communication with others, okay, is going a little bit down the tubes. There's a little delay there. But it's because you're too busy trying to regain your status of where you are as a person. So explain to this other person or in your love situation that there are going to be delays right now because you need to deal with those things, okay? There may be a little bit of criticism from that person, but it's like you need to tell them so they can not feel like it's so bad, you know, so they can lay those thoughts down, because I feel like they're a type of person that they will let it grow or fester, okay, instead of talking about it. So this is a good way to get it out into the open. It's like reviewing the situation. It's like stopping the moodiness from starting, okay? Because they're going to be different if you don't do this. And then the foundations that you've built with this person will be laid to the wayside. And then you'll have to rebuild back up with them, okay? This is not a time to take a passive approach to that person, even though you have all these responsibilities, okay? Reward yourself, exactly. Even though you are working on dealing with things with that 10 energy, you're ending things and starting new things in your life. It's okay for you to have good things in your life, okay? So it's okay for you to reward yourself. It's okay to I feel like you're afraid to fall back, okay? Especially when you're working on something, you're afraid that you're going to forget what is, you know, like completely important to you, but you won't. Okay, so take a moment to reassure whoever this is, and then you can continue forward. Okay, all right. Okay, so next we have Scorpio. Spirit, what do you have for Scorpio for January 28th through February 3rd? What would you like them to know, be aware of, or pay attention to at this time? You know, Scorpio, I see a broken heart and then it being mended, like with a needle and thread, like slowly, because if you do it too fast, it's going to tear. Let's see what that means. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this talks about you not working on something, not getting abundance in something, because you're not working on it. Next to that, you have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I'm feeling like even though something has been revealed to you, you're not working on something. Okay, there was something that you're not working on. And then a secret, something was revealed to you about someone's true nature or who they really were. And now you're being let loose of that energy. You are being let loose of this energy, but you have to confront it. Like you have to deal with it to physically let it go. But for some reason, you fear what other people may think. Like you're not fighting for something. I feel like you're not happy about something, something coming out. But you have to confront your feelings about a situation that you're not working on. And I'm really feeling like you should be working on it. There's somebody in your past. There's somebody in your past that is unconventional. But I feel like they're a part of your future. There it is. So there's something in your past that is unconventional and it feels a part of your future. It feels as though you need to continue forward with that. You haven't really built foundations in this situation because I feel like you've been working on something else that you felt was more conventional. Okay. But it's time for you to move forward. The wheel is turning in your favor. You just have to roll with it. That's the thing. That's why the Moon card came up in reverse, because you need to face it. You need to deal with it. It's very interesting because you're battling with this energy of going back to something that is over. Even though the wheels are turning, even though tides are changing, things are changing, you're still fighting with going back to something, and you need not, especially with the Hermit, okay? It means that you need to leave it alone. It means that you need to walk away from it. There's no foundations there. It's not a part of your future. It's not a part of your plan. It's not something that you want to go into. But there is something in your past. Someone may actually be coming back into your life, okay? And you may want to return to something that is over because you feel like this is like a gift, but it's not a gift. Nothing good can come out of this. It's like the same old stuff. It may have something to do with a fire sign or air sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This may be a combination in this person's chart. You had a lot of double cards fall out, Scorpio. Okay. So I feel like this person is very arrogant, very frustrating to you. I feel like you had plans, And they're just making it frustrating because they don't know what they want to do. They're in, they're out, they're back, they're forth. And they're coming back again. You know, like, it's just what they do. Like I said, the tide is changing. Okay, this is your chance to communicate your feelings, to communicate what is really happening. Because you're not in a good situation. They're not making you feel good. I feel like they come in when they want to. I feel like they're trying to be more action oriented now in your life. Now that they know that you're turning your back on them because of the problems with the foundations in the relationship. You know that you're not equal. Okay? You're not equal when it comes to what you want. And this is a chance for you to actually make the change. It's time for you to actually, you know, a chance for you to actually make the difference. Make the change. But you need to make a decision and get clear on what is happening. Because you soon realize that you're holding on too tightly to this because they touch all of the weak points of you and of what you want. And this is a time for you to get back to yourself, to regenerate yourself, okay, and get yourself back. Get yourself spiritually back. Get your emotions back. Get your time back from them, from this energy. It's like it's time for it to come to an end, and there's starting to be a change in you. Blessing in disguise. Okay? So it feels to me like even though you don't want them to come back or you weren't ready for them to come back, they did come back, and it was for you to clear out this energy. But you have to be strong enough to do it, Scorpio, okay? Like, it's not going to happen on its own. You have to cut it off, okay? All right. So last but not least, we have Pisces. Spirit, what do you have for Pisces for January 28th through February 3rd? Oh, Pisces, you get quite the shuffle. I'm seeing that you're hard on the outside and gooey on the inside. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Justice in upright. That's not reverse. Not reverse. You may be dealing with a Libra. And that talks about you creating balance in your life. That there may also be if you're waiting on a judgment. Okay, if you're waiting on a judgment when it comes to law, it's not going to go in your favor, but something good will come out of it. That's what I'm going to say, okay? Like there'll be a good thing, but it's not going to completely come out the way that you wanted it to. Okay, so you are trying to create balance in your life. You're trying to do what's best for you. what's going to create balance in your life. I feel like you're thinking, you're trying to think logically. I feel like you're trying to be logical, and it's creating that hard outside that I was talking about, okay? You're not very happy about the situation because you're not doing what it is that you really want to do. Sorry. You're not doing what it is that you really want to do. But with the Judgment in reverse, it's like a reality check. It's like you have to do what's real, okay? You're making the call, or you need to see to make the call. So with the Justice, I feel like that is what you're doing. Even though it's not the way that you wanted it to be. And it may have to do with love. It's like I may feel this way about someone. I may feel as though they are perfect, but this is not the time, and I have to be more mature about it. Excuse me. More mature about the situation, because maybe they aren't being mature about the situation. But I feel like you're putting love to the side right now. Yeah. Okay. So some things are good that are happening in your life. You are healing. Okay. You're not taking a passive approach, meaning that you're being more active with your life. You're doing a lot to heal or to get back from a situation. Yeah. I feel like you're doing a lot of movement to make things better, to heal, to make your dreams come true, or to make miracles happen. You're taking control of your emotions, which I feel like you're pushing love to the side. You're always going to be that person that's full of love and full of compassion. But right now, you need to get yourself together. Right now, you need to be in control. Right now, you need to be in your full span of power. And you can't have love distracting you from that. There is a lot of news coming in that has to do with your abundance. Okay? It has to do with your... There may be a lot of love messages coming in and you're just deflecting them. I'm seeing like Wonder Woman, like pew, 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 pew. But I feel like you may be deflecting love because you're trying to grow yourself. Okay? Which is admirable. I don't see anything the matter with that. I feel like you're working hard on yourself and working hard on your dreams and your abundance. And if it's for you, this is very, I just feel like if love is for me, then it'll be for me. You know, like I don't think that you're pushing it. You're just kind of going with the flow. This is a very go with the flow, Pisces. Very go with the flow. You're like, if things are supposed to be, it's supposed to be. It may not always be perfect. Okay? So you may have separated or broken up from someone because you need to balance, because something has happened and you need to heal from it. And it may have something to do with a breakup, Pisces, okay? And this is causing you to be more active in other areas of your life, okay? I feel like you're celebrating life and you're enjoying life. You might have also had a win in another area of your life, like career, okay? Or your finances. And I feel like you're flirting with people because you have this love to give, but you definitely have control over yourself. It is a conflict that you do have with yourself, so you're giving a little to people. You may be spending more time with friends to even out the fact that you maybe cutting love out a little bit. But you're definitely trying to stop yourself from falling too deep into a situation. Like actually giving love or offering love or accepting the offer of love. Like I said, there are messages coming into your growth, and that's why you're separating yourself. Okay? You're separating yourself so you can keep yourself focused. It's your way of keeping balance within the situation, okay? Exactly. You don't want to have your will or your drive going somewhere else when you need your thoughts to be in a certain area. It's like you need to be strong enough to move forward, you know? There may be a fire sign in your midst somewhere, okay, that's not happy about the changes that you're making. And they're going to try to push you, but you already have made the decisions that you're going to make for yourself. You know, you don't need anyone else doing that for you. You have the heart chakra. And it's very interesting because this talks about keeping an open heart when it comes to love. Love is in the heart of the matter. But I feel like love is in the heart of the matter, and you're doing what's best for love. Because if you can't give your all, then there's no point in giving any at all. That's what I'm getting. Whatever you're doing, it's for balance. It's for justice. That's exactly why you're doing it. Okay? It's like you're helping reality check the situation. You're like, love is beautiful and everything, but I also know that there are things that we need to do or things that I need to do. And if you love me, you'll still be here, or this will still be here. Okay? So thank you so much for listening. I love you very much. Love and light.